Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is recorded at 11 a.m. of the day before I'm going to upload it. Oh, it's nearly 12 p.m. Anyway, this is what if Naruto was betrayed part 7. Last time we left off with pretty much the whole entire gang, Naruto, Tsuki, Itachi, even Jiraiya, annihilating, and Tsunade, of course, annihilating Pain, because they strong. And while the rest stayed, Naruto and Jiraiya went off to actually Takano Jutsu Nagato. And since not even one person was killed, I'm pretty sure, because that as soon as Pain entered, they were attacked by the Leaf Shinobi, so no one really died. So Nagato didn't have to use the adult Rin Rebirth. So now Nagato and Conan return to the Leaf Village. Yes, they have been forgiven by Tsunade, and Tsunade says they can become Leaf Shinobi, and they accept. So now they are Leaf Shinobi. Nagato needs quite a few days of rest, but while this was happening, Naruto and Tsuki were doing their thing, and since they won many missions, then like on the 5th day after the attack, news came in that Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno attacked the Eight Tails Jinchuriki, and have captured him. But it's not true. What really happened is pretty much the same fight, just the Sakura she wasn't in the way, she was a bit more help, since she had Sage Mode, and of course Orochimaru's gone, and yeah, so Sakura and Sasuke were wanted by the Raikage, and he wanted to finish them. So he actually had to. Well, what he really did was, call for a 5 Kage summit, while Sasuke wanted to go annihilate Danzo, and Obito took this as an opportunity to send Kisame and go himself to the Leaf Village. So they all of them go because they want to kill Danzo. It takes a few days. As soon as the 5 Kage summit begins, Sakura enters the village first and summons all of them, just like Pain did it, because Sakura knows the summoning jutsu, and she knows, and she summoned all of them. Jugo, Tsugetsu, Karin, Sasuke, Kisame, and Obito. Even though Sasuke and Obito could have just came in, they don't know it's Obito, it's Toby, but it is what it is. Anyway, of course, Sasuke begins by summoning multiple snakes, and the snakes go and destroy the village, which was a bit damaged, just a little percentage, but now it's getting destroyed. And this caught the attention of multiple shinobi. Some shinobi, to be honest, 3 shinobi were gone. The Hokage, oh my god, Tsunade needed someone to replace her while she was gone, so she asked Kakashi to stay, and Kakashi is like, oh, I'm not suitable for this, and Tsunade is like, you're probably the most reliable one. So she took Guy and Jiraiya. Sorry, I literally pressed out the script. Yes, I have it on a little pad, on a little app on my phone, and I press out. So Guy and Jiraiya were taken by Tsunade, and Kakashi had to remain to protect the village while she was gone. So this caught the attention of Kakashi, same as Naruto and Tsuki, who have multiple flying Gaijin seals around the village, and fortunately enough, when the attack began, there was a seal. So Naruto and Tsuki teleported there straight away. Nagato wanted to fight, but Conan's like, no, Nagato, you have to rest. I'll take care of this. And remember, Conan is a pretty OP shinobi. Remember, all the Akatsuki members are S rank or Kage level fighters, and Conan ain't no joke. Bro, she had billions of paper bombs, so it ain't no joke. Unless you're Obito who knows the Izanagi, hey bro, you're dead. Anyway, the fight begins. Naruto appears and sees Sasuke and Sakura killing people. Well, trying to kill people. Sasuke was holding one person by the neck and about to kill him, and Sakura another one. And then what happened is Naruto and Suki blitzed one of them. Suki blitzed Sakura, Naruto blitzed Sasuke, and they kind of blew them away and caught the two villagers. There were two elderly people who nearly died there, and Naruto made two clones which teleported them away to safety. So then Sasuke was like, Naruto, it's always you in the way. Why are you still here? And Naruto's like, why shouldn't I be? This is my village. You should come back, Sasuke. Why are you attacking it? And Sasuke's like, you don't know anything. And just saying, Itachi knows as well. Itachi is actually watching this from quite a bit of distance, but he will join in if he has to. And then Sasuke's like, because of you, I lost my brother. Because of all of you, he protected this village with his own life, and now he's dead. And Naruto's like, I wonder who killed him though. And Sasuke's like, shut up, I never knew anything about this before he died. And Naruto's like, then why didn't you ask him? And Sasuke's like, shut up, you loser. And Sakura's like, you scum, how dare you talk to Sasuke like this? And Tsuki's like, says the one who betrayed him after asking for help. And Sakura's like, who are you to talk, weakling? And then basically Obito says, Sasuke, you can go do your thing while me and Kisame take care of this brat. And Sasuke's like, alright then. And he tries to get away, but then Danzo appears, says, you're not getting in, you're not destroying the village anymore. If you want to fight me, you're fighting me outside. Remember, as I said in one of my what ifs, Danzo didn't have the right mindset, but his goal was good. He wanted to protect the village. It's just that he took the wrong way. He just went the wrong way to protect the village. He went the dark way. Anyway, Sasuke's like, no, I will destroy his village as well. I will kill every single one of the villagers who my brother protected. And Naruto's like, so you're going to kill the people your brother gave his life up for? Is that really what you want to do, Sasuke? Do you really want his sacrifice to be in vain? And just saying, Naruto knows that Itachi is alive, but he just wants to provoke Sasuke, and in one way or another, he wants to bring him back. But then Sasuke's like, you know nothing about me, you brat. You've always been in the way, Naruto. All the times. Even in the land of waves. And Naruto's like, oh, yeah, sure. That's why I saved you, right? That's why I tried to protect you, right? This is why I protected the village, right? When against Gaara. I wonder who protected you, right? Oh, no, it wasn't me, right? Oh, you were the strongest one. And Sakura's like, exactly, he was. And he will always be the strongest one, you weak scum. And Naruto's like, you want to talk? One that has to backstab your own friend to help the guy that tried to kill him? Nice one. And Naruto's getting pissed off here. Naruto thought that he could bring both of them back without letting anything out, but he's just getting pissed. They're being pricks. Even I would. I'm pretty sure all of us would. And Sakura's like, how dare you talk to me like that? And Naruto's like, how dare you even talk to me after what you did before? You shouldn't even be alive. I should have killed you a long time ago. In fact, I could have the first time we met. But of course, I cannot. I won't kill you guys. I'll bring you back to the village and change you. And this is when, Itachi appeared and said, Sasuke, there's no need to fight. There's no need to kill the village. I'm still alive. And Sasuke was flabbergasted. He's like, what the? And Naruto's like, you see, your brother was never dead. You couldn't have killed him even if you tried. Even if all of you tried against him. He's way too strong for you guys. And Sasuke's like, who are you to talk? I bet he'd kill you in 1 second. And then Itachi was like, nah, actually, I'd lose against him. And Naruto's like, anyway, if you want to fight Danzo, fight him outside. Not in the village. Look, Itachi's still here to protect you. If you try to kill anyone, he won't hesitate to go up against you. You know that, Sasuke. And Sasuke's like, I'll still kill them. He suffered because of them. And Itachi's like, Sasuke, I'm still alive. There's no need to make them suffer. I didn't suffer at all. But that's a lie. And Tsuki was just there. And she's like, listen, Sasuke, there's no need to fight. And then, basically, Obito and Kisame had enough. And they're like, oh, bun this. This is long. And they attacked Naruto, which Conan actually came in and protected him, because Naruto was not on guard. And she used paper bombs, which exploded right in front of them, and they had to back up everyone, and they were on each side. And Conan's like, you guys get out of the village now. And Conan was wearing a leaf headband. Well, she wasn't wearing it, on the forehead like Naruto. She actually had that around her neck like like Hinata. And she's like, you guys get out of the village now, or you die. And Obito's like, Conan, I guess you did betray us. Here I thought you were dead. No worries, I will kill you for betraying the Akatsuki. And Naruto's like, yeah, sure, you gotta go through all of us to kill her. And then Obito's like, and you, Itachi, I shall get my revenge on you as well, deserting the the Akatsuki for this village. You shall feel pain. And then Naruto's like, alright then, let's take this outside if you want to fight me so bad. And Kisame was like, you really think you can beat us, all of us by yourself? And Naruto's like, I'm by myself. Look who I have. I have Kakashi Sensei, Tsuki, Conan, Itachi. We are all one. We all protect the village. We all have one goal. And Sasuke is like, I'll destroy this village. I'll get my revenge. They exiled the Uchiha clan. And that's the reason why Danzo ordered Itachi to kill them. First on the list is Danzo. And Naruto basically throws a kunai at Sasuke, telling him to shut up. By saying, shut up, Sasuke, you're talking too much. And Sakura actually catches this. And Naruto's like, oh, you should have just dodged it. And then Sakura sees that there's a paper bomb on it, and it actually explodes, and there was quite a bit of smoke, which Naruto and the others used as distractions to actually kick. Team Heavy actually got kicked out of the village, literally kicked, and Obito and Kisame just had to back up and be with them because they are still part of that Akatsuki. And so the answer's like, there's no need to worry, I'll kill them all. And Naruto's like, you dare touch Sasuke or Sakura and I'll kill you myself, Danzo. And he could feel glares from both Naruto and Tsuki, and one more person, Itachi, which he does not want to fight, because Itachi ain't no joke. He got the perfect Susanoo now, and he's out of his illness. He don't got no illness no more, so he ain't easy to beat easily. Especially Naruto, who knows pretty much all the chakra natures now, all the freaking Rasengan types. He knows the Rasen Shuriken that can vanish. He has the Kurama form, KCM2, Kurama Avatar. Tsuki has perfect Susanoo. My guy, you ain't beating them. There's no way. There is absolutely no way you get even close to beating them. Anyway, Naruto and Tsuki begin their attack on Sasuke and Sakura to actually bring them back, just to put them down, to show them that they're not strong enough, and bring them back, showing that they're the stronger ones. But then Naruto gets attacked. Naruto's attack, his Rasen Shuriken, gets absorbed by Samahara, and then basically Kisame gets a power boost and tries to attack Naruto, who Naruto was able to, this time he was able to protect himself, and he actually used just a kunai to protect himself. He was able to hold back Samahara just with the kunai. This is how strong Naruto is, and Naruto's like, you should really pay attention to the back of your, to behind you, you know that. And Kisame's like, what? And before Kisame even got to near Naruto already threw a kunai, and he was rotating behind Kisame, and Naruto's like, look behind you. And Kisame is like, are you trying to bluff me? And then Naruto's like, nah, I was being serious. And he teleports behind him and Rasengan's the hell out of him. And actually puts a conscious seal on him and says, you should have paid more attention, Kisame. And Naruto's standing on him and says, who's next? And Obito's like, you really think you can beat me that easily? Just saying, Obito has the Rinnegan. If I forgot to mention in the recap, but if you guys want to really understand what happens in the last part, you just gotta go watch it. You won't understand it with just a little recap, because I didn't mention everything, and there are a few things that you need to understand to continue this way. Anyway, Naruto tries to attack Obito while Tsuki and Sasuke are taking care of Tsuki and Itachi are taking care of Sasuke and Sakura and the other three, Suigetsu, Jugo and Karin, because they are pretty strong together. And Sasuke is already in Sage mode using his Susanoo as well. Remember, he has perfect Susanoo as well because he has the EMS. And Danzo just wants to kill them for even attacking the village. And he actually tried once, which then Itachi gave him a warning by cutting off one of his arms. And so, it wasn't the Izanagi arm. It was actually his other arm. And he's like, Itachi, how dare you attack me? And Itachi's like, you dare attack my brother and I'll kill you. I'll decapitate you before you can even blink. And he keeps going, and Danzo, that's when he actually comes behind one and actually murders Karin. Yeah, he actually was able to kill Karin, which got Jugo and the others pretty pissed because they were a team. They were like a little family, but Jugo goes berserk and attacks Danzo, which Danzo was not expecting to feel this amount of tremendous strength. It was a tremendous strength just hitting on him, and Jugo was actually able to crush Danzo's head, but Danzo then returned in a different position, but he returned, and he's like, you really think you can kill me that easily? And so everyone's pretty surprised, except for Obito and Itachi, because they knew about the Izanagi, but they didn't know that Danzo could use it. But they understood what it was, because fam, you can't alter reality like that. And then Itachi's like, so you're using Shisui's eye, aren't you, Danzo? And Danzo's like, nah, not yet. I'm using this arm, and he reveals his Sharingan arm, and one of them actually went blank, and he's like, I still got a few. And Itachi got kinda pissed off at this, but not as pissed as Sasuke, saying that Sasuke started screaming, you dare take my clan's eyes? Do you know how precious they are to us? And Danzo's like, is little Sasuke going to start crying again? And this pissed off Sasuke, which he blitzed Danzo and decapitated him, but Danzo came back, and Itachi says there's no need to fight him, Sasuke. He'll just keep coming back. You'll just waste your chakra, and then you might get captured by us, remember? You still don't want to come back to the village, do you? And Tsuki actually took down Sakura fairly easily, because they were all fighting in different spots, just that they could see each other's fights. While Naruto was actually taking care of Obito, who he was struggling against, because Obito could warp through things. And remember, Obito's pretty OP, even especially with the Rinnegan. And Obito did try to use the almighty push, which actually worked on Naruto and pushed him away. But then Konan was actually helping him as well. So Konan actually caught him with her paper, and she's like, Naruto, you gotta be careful. He's not an easy opponent. He was the mastermind behind all of the Akatsuki. He's not an easy. He's going to be hard. And Naruto's like, I can see he has a Rinnegan now as well. And I don't know what kind of ability he's using, but he's warping through me. I don't know how. And then Tsuki, after actually tying up Sakura and fainting her, she's like, Naruto, I already understood what ability he has. He can warp through things, but he has to become tangible again once he tries to attack you. And Naruto's like, oh, so imagine he has his hand inside my heart, and he could just become intangible. But if I have his hand in his head, he can't, or he'll die as well. And Tsuki's like, exactly. So you understand, you can't get you can't let your guard down against him. And Toby's like, oh, he already understood. And then behind them, someone appears, someone pretty pissed, and Obito's like, finally woke up, haven't you? And Naruto's like, really? And literally blocks it again and says, do you really want to fight again? And this time Kisame is like, huh, you really think you can beat me that easily? And Naruto's like, nah, I don't have to try. It's not easy. And it's a different word. It's much easier than easy, since I'm already behind you with a clone. And Kisame looks back this time, and there's an actual clone. Remember, he has a contract seal on him, and Naruto actually decapitates Kisame, saying, "Nah, you're not going anywhere, fam. You're too much of a pest." And Naruto kills if he has to. Remember, they are near the village, and if he gets captured, it's over. And just saying, while that was happening, the 5 Kage summit was continuing, and this only happened for like 5 to 6 minutes, while the summit wasn't told yet. They will be told. The Leaf already sent a message, which was going at top speeds, the fastest falcon or eagle, whatever they do, and it's going, and it's gonna go there within an hour. So the fight is not gonna be easy, and it might last more than an hour. So Naruto basically now is fighting against Obito only, and while Jugo and Suigetsu are taking care of, well, not taking care of, they're actually kind of losing against Danzo, but Danzo's already lost 3 Izanagis. He only has like 4 more, including Shisuizai, but he doesn't want to use Shisuizai yet, because he feels like he could use the, Kotomatsukami. And Sasuke wasn't changing his idea. He was actually trying to get Itachi out of the way, even trying to kill him, but Itachi's like, Sasuke, you can't kill me that easily. It's not going to be an easy fight against me. And Sasuke's on the attack. He lost his mind. He's fully crazy now. He doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He doesn't know if he should attack the village, if he should protect it, if he should go his own way, if he should go with his siblings. Since, remember, Sasuke now sees that Itachi's still alive, but he wants to kill Danzo, and Itachi's in his way. And Sasuke, what he does is that he actually gets rid of one of he gets rid of the 4th Izanagi of owned by Danzo by actually juking Itachi. Sasuke actually used the Susanoo, the Susanoo bow and arrow, the crossbow, and he faked that he was about to do it to the village, so he would actually destroy a percentage of the village, a portion of it, but then turned around and shot sorry, he shot Danzo, which Danzo was not expecting it, but he had to use another Izanagi, and he realized that he's in a pickle, and he won't be able to win. And of course, the most overpowered tag team duo of all times is fighting Obito, and Obito is running out of chakra, and especially because there's 2 Flying Raijin masters, and they're using it up against him, and they're confusing him at the same time. And Obito decides that it's not. He should just summon the Gedomazu and let it fight, because it's not. The Gedomazu is pretty freaking strong. I'm pretty sure it's BG level, and he actually does. And Itachi realizes that if he fights Sasuke, he's going to. If the Gedomazu gets through those 3, he's going to go to the village and destroy it. Because Obito was already pissed enough that he's like, nah fam, you pissed me off too much. I'm going to destroy the village as well after capturing Naruto. And remember, there's only Sasuke, Jugo, and Suigetsu and Sakura left in the Akatsuki. And it's not going to be it's not going to be easy to capture the Nine Tails, especially because the Konoha is literally the strongest village out of all of them right now. And they did already find out that Killer Bee's still alive, and they do still want to go get him as well, but they want to get Naruto first, because Naruto's going to be the harder one. And then out of nowhere, Naruto says, "I've had enough," and goes KCM. Naruto wasn't in KCM, and says, "Who wants to die? Attack me." And Sasuke was flabbergasted. He's like, what is that? And Tsuki's like, wow, Naruto had to really use that. And show Sasuke, Naruto, you know that was stupid. And Naruto's like, I want to end this quick. I can't let them get to the 8 tails as well. And Naruto knows that the 8 tails is still alive, because remember, the tail beasts can feel each other. Not that way, that they can feel each other's chakras. And Kurama actually felt that the 8 tails wasn't sealed yet, and he was still roaming around with his Jinchuriki, while the others, he couldn't feel them anymore, except for Gaara. They just gave up on Gaara, because Gaara was protected by the leaf if anything happened to him, so he could only feel 2 other tail beasts. One that was a bit weaker than its original, which is Shukaku, since they already took a 10th of him, and Naruto saved him. And Yuki, the 8 tails was still alive, because he escaped. And Naruto's like, I can't let them get to the 8 tails. And Obito's like, we'll capture him, don't worry. Sasuke, we shall return another day. We cannot win this fight. And Sasuke's like, wait, I want to kill Danzo. And basically what he does is that he goes all out, using his Susanoo arrow. Well, it was actually the Amaterasu Susanoo arrow thing. So it's from a game where he actually fires off a Susanoo arrow in the sky. It was full of it was engulfed with Amaterasu, and then he actually explodes in the sky and comes back as little other arrows. It's like a meteor fall, but just with Susanoo arrows and engulfed with Amaterasu, which actually is able to kill Danzo on the spot. Danzo kept using Izanagi because he got hit 3 times already, and he had to use Shisuizai already as well, and he got hit again, this time in the head, and the arrow went through his head all the way down to his feet. And Danzo was gruesomely killed and murdered, while Jugo actually uses Berserker form to punch Tsuki away. Well, he tried, but then Naruto got in the way, trying to protect Tsuki, and he actually got... Naruto was not expecting this much strength, which blew him away, and Tsuki was behind him, so he blew both of them away, and he actually took Sakura, and they actually whooped away with Obito, and the fight against them was over. There were 2 casualties, one from their side and one from the other side. Kisame died, for real this time, and Samahara was still there. Naruto put it in a scroll, in case it might come in handy one day or another, while Danzo didn't really deserve a burial, but since the Leaf Elders would complain about it, they're like, alright. And they weren't too close to the village, but they were close enough that the villagers could actually feel and see the fight, especially the Susanoo arrow thing. They actually were scared, because that shit looked godly, fam. I'm not lying, bro. It's not an everyday thing to see an arrow going into the sky, engulfed with black fire, then exploding, coming back as little arrows, which could annihilate anyone. That ain't no everyday thing, you know. Like, it's spectacular and scary at the same time. I'd be shook, fam. Anyway, Naruto and the team goes back to Konoha. Konoha was kinda damaged, but not as much as it should have been. If Naruto and Tsuki, if everyone was just a minute late, the village could have been destroyed pretty much instantly. But of course, they got there as soon as they saw any type of attack, and they were ready to fight. They were fiercely fighting. And just saying, Kakashi actually didn't fight here because he wasn't needed. Itachi and Naruto actually told him to go back to the village, because if they get through them, he will be the only one to protect the village. And Kakashi was kind of worried about them, but he had to listen, because right now he's in charge of the whole entire village, and he cannot leave it. And if he dies, the village is dead. And yeah, so the village got attacked, and the letter got to the 5 Kage summit. And also, Killer Bee was well, someone from the cloud came in and told the Raikage that Killer Bee is still alive, and then they realized that the Akatsuki attacked the Leaf Village, and even Sasuke came in to attack and get Naruto, and they realized that the Akatsuki is a threat now. And this is when Obito came in to the Five Kage Summit and said he declared war, because Obito was actually scheming behind everyone with Kabuto about this little Edo Tensei thing, because Kabuto's now in Sage Mode, fully Sage Mode, you know, the dragon thing, lizard thing, yeah. And just saying, Sasuke actually killed Orochimaru because he didn't need him at this point, but Orochimaru is still alive. And remember his curse mark in that. Well, their curse mark, and Itachi actually sealed away Sasuke's curse mark, so he doesn't have anymore, but he can get from other curse marks. Well, he can get revived from other curse marks, and he declares war on all the 5 nations for the 1 tails, the 8 tails, and the 9 tails. Remember, the Gaara is still a Kage, so he was in the Kage Summit, and Obito would never attack the Kage Summit, knowing that he would get annihilated, because there's Jiraiya, Guy, the Raikage, the Mizukage, the Tsuchikage, and all the bodyguards. Also, because Jiraiya has Sage Mode, the 8 gates could annihilate him, because the 8 gates put up a freaking amazing fight against the SO6B Madara. Anyway, yeah, so the war was waged, well, would start waging on in a few days, and the top priority, well, the VIPs to protect, the very important people to protect, were the Jinchuriki. So technically, Gaara wouldn't be a lieutenant here, well, a general, a platoon leader. Yeah, so Gaara would be taken to the same place, but this time Gaara didn't have Gaara still didn't have a perfect bond with Shukaku, and Shukaku wanted to, well, Gaara needed to prove to Shukaku that Shukaku can trust him by beating him. So he was taken to the same waterfall place where Naruto was taken, and this time Naruto already mastered the Kyuubi's chakra, Killer Bee's already mastered it, and they were sealed in there to help Gaara, and Naruto wasn't too fussed about it, because he thought that it was for Gaara, and he's like, yeah, sure, why not? But in fact, in reality, there was a war waging on, which could get everyone killed. And remember, the Akatsuki could revive the Sentinels at any moment. They have a tenth of Shukaku. They have you know, the 2 brothers. I forgot Kinkaku and Ginkaku and Kimkaku. Bro, I forgot the names. Anyway, those 2, and they had the tentacle of the 8 tails. So technically, they could revive the 10 tails, even though it would be weaker. It would still be exponentially extraordinary. No, that's not the word. Exponentially stronger than all the tail beasts, and it's not gonna be an easy fight. It's going to be a hard ass fight, and especially because Madara will get revived. One thing I forgot to mention is that Gaara already knows about the war, but the only reason he's not telling Naruto and Killer Bee, well, Naruto especially, because he knows if Naruto finds out, he will want to fight, and he doesn't want Naruto to get captured, because Naruto's still his friend, his best friend, pretty much his first ever friend, and he just doesn't want Naruto to get hurt. So Gaara is trying his best to actually occupy Naruto, and it's working out for now. But then as soon as Gaara is actually able to beat Shukaku in a fight, yes, Gaara is that strong now, in his mind, of course, Shukaku gives him his full cooperation completely now, and now Naruto's like, alright, we're done here, and he was heading out until Gaara's like, wait, do you want to have a sparring session? And Naruto's like, there's no need, we're all strong, and we probably might break the place. And Gaara actually stopped Naruto with his sand, and he's like, Naruto was getting suspicious. He's like, Gaara, why are you trying to stop me from getting out? Is there something you're hiding from me? And Gaara's like, no. And Naruto enters Sage Mode, saying, listen, Gaara, there's no time to joke around. and Naruto gets out and can feel everything, and he's like, Gaara, why didn't you tell me about this? I'm just saying, the platoon that Gaara used to order around, you know, he was the general, is led by Haku and Zabuza. Finally, I'm giving them some spotlight. Yes, they're actually there, since Gaara and Haku kind of have a similar since Haku can control ice, Gaara can control sand. Even though where Gaara was, there was a ton of sand, so he had the advantage there. But still, it's pretty similar because they can control ice and sand in a similar way. They could be a really good tag team, especially if they can work together. Anyway, Gaara's like, Naruto, you already know the Akatsuki, they're after all three of us, right? And Naruto's like, still, we can't let our comrades die. We can't let them fight by themselves. And just saying, instead of Sakura, it's actually Tsuki who's hailing everyone. And she wasn't too pumped about it, but she knew that a healer is one of the most important, well, the most important one in the team. And if there's no healer, multiple people are going to die, and there's no way of saving them. So Tsuki takes the role, and she's the head healer with Shizune. And yeah, so Naruto is like, alright, Gaara, we have to go, we have to help them. Remember, if the Akatsuki has already made their moves, and we need so many shinobi to fight them, they're not going to be easy. Especially if they reanimate some strong shinobi from the past. Remember, Naruto knows quite a lot about the past now, because he's actually studied quite a bit. And Gaara's like, for example, and then Naruto explains that if they revive, because Naruto can already feel people who have died before, people who he has killed. Even Kisame got revived. He's like, I saw you killed him, what the hell? And he's like, oh, must be the reanimation jutsu, because he did learn about it. He did know a few forbidden jutsus that he didn't learn them, but he learned that they are forbidden. And just saying, the third Hokage is fighting as well. As I said, the third Hokage did not die. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, he did not. Am I getting this wrong? I believe I am getting this right. He did not die. Yeah, so even he's fighting, and he's in the platoon where Gaara was, because remember, the third Hokage is still one of the strongest shinobi there. So he's fighting pretty well, and he's like, there's no way I can stay here letting everyone fight on their own, only to protect me. And then he gets blocked by, you know, those same shinobi, even Iruka tries, but then he fails. And Gaara's like, yes, Naruto, that's a good choice, let's go. Because Gaara wants to fight as well. He doesn't want his comrades to die in vain because of him, because he's the Kazakage. He doesn't want his village to protect him. He wants to protect them. So he doesn't care if he dies. As long as he keeps protecting his village, it's fine by him. And in the end, Gaara, instead of a tag team between Naruto and Killer Bee going through the barrier, it's Gaara, Naruto and Killer Bee. Gaara breaks, well, punches the thing, yeah, leaves a massive crack. Killer Bee, well, on the first one, Gaara leaves a massive crack because that's the strongest one. Then Killer Bee fires off a tail beast bomb, and Naruto uses it as a Rasengan to just go through all of them. And yeah, so they're out and they're gone. So of course here the fight is really different. Itachi is not revived, same as Nagato. So Naruto and Itachi aren't gonna get a fight, and Itachi has already understood that there's someone controlling the well, the reanimation jutsu. And just saying, Sasuke was really tired from the last fight. So instead of him reimplanting his eye, well, implanting Itachi's eyes, it's actually him resting up. And then once he came out, he saw the Zetsus destroyed them, and he sees Nagato and Itachi going to Kabuto. And Nagato is like, Sasuke Uchiha, listen, we don't have time to talk to you right now. We have to go stop the reanimation jutsu. And Itachi's like, Sasuke, don't get in our way. And Sasuke's like, I'll help, okay? Because Sasuke's been thinking over this, and Sakura's like, I'm gonna go too. Let me go. And then basically Jugo's like, no, Sakura, no. And Sakura's like, shut up, you beast. And then basically Jugo's like, do you really want to suffer the same fate as Karin? remember Karin's dead, and Sakura gets kind of scared, but then she's like, she was weak, I'm not as weak as her. And Jugo's like, but you're weaker than me, and even I wouldn't be able to put up a fight against someone who can do this much. And because they know about the reanimation jutsu, and if Kabuto can do this much, yeah, they're not gonna be able to beat him, especially them, because they're not on the level of Sasuke or Itachi or Nagato, because those lot.
Want to play the guitar but don't know where to begin?
Wow, what was that? Yeah, those mans are way too strong for them anyway. Naruto's heading to the fight, but instead of, he actually makes multiple clones. They're not in KCM because they can go KCM, but they're all in Sage mode, so they all go to battlefields from 1 to whatever. And yeah, so if you have to go KCM, if you can stay Sage mode because the fight's not as intense in their area. And one of them had to go KCM because he had to verse the third Raikage, which was a beast. Yeah, and Naruto can use the Tail Beast Bomb here, so it was pretty easy. Well, remember the Tail Beast Bomb did nothing to the Raikage, so it didn't work. In the end, he had to use the Raikage's own move against him. And the Kimimaro fight, yeah, remember Curse Mark 2 State Kimimaro was stalemating Naruto in KCM. So we don't really know how strong Kimimaro was really, and apparently he was known to be Kage level at the age of 15. So yeah, he's kind of OP. Anyway, yeah, so Naruto fought him, and this time, since Naruto's a way stronger Naruto with the Flying Raijin, he's able to actually seal away Kimimaro. And remember, Naruto has sealing techniques too, so he can fight and seal people without any sealers. And yeah, so he's way too overpowered. He's so strong. And yeah, while that was happening, the trio of Jinchuriki were heading to the battlefields themselves, but they get intercepted by Obito, the masked man. And yeah, this was like a day into the war. It's actually the same time because plot armor. Not plot armor. Naruto has plot armor, and Tsuki as well. So they get intercepted by the Jinchuriki reanimations. And remember, it's I'm pretty sure it's 6 of them, since 3 of them are still alive. Shukaku wasn't, well, now that Shukaku and Gaara can go Tail Beast form. Yeah, so the fight was a bit easier, but in the end, Guy and Kakashi did come to help Naruto. And remember, Naruto wasn't really trying here. He was actually trying to understand and save the Tail Beasts. Try to ease their pain, and he's actually able to do it. But remember, he doesn't have his whole Chroma thing yet. And but Chroma still shouts out, "Isn't Naruto just like the old man?" And all of them say indeed. And in the end, they actually all give Naruto some of their chakra, and Naruto is able to he's already got one his Rikudo Sage mode. He's already got one of them ticked off, one of the requirements, being a sage and having all the chakra of the Tail Beasts. And now it's just the chakra of the Sage's Paths. Yeah, so anyway, well, he still hasn't unlocked the Ashura chakra, which Hogoromo will unlock for him. Anyway, Naruto is now pretty overpowered, and yeah, Obito stands no chance, so he goes back. And by this time, Madara Uchiha is actually reanimated, and this was right before Kabuto got attacked. So Madara got reanimated, Kabuto gets attacked, Madara breaks out of his reanimation, and he's on his own now. So yeah, he's a rogue reanimation, and just like Itachi was, even though Itachi was still under the control of Kabuto, but just because of the Koto Matsukami putting him in a genjutsu, telling him that, oh, you want to do it. And technically, yeah, I know how the Koto Matsukami works, but it's just complicated, especially because it was the reanimation, and I understand it, but I don't know how to explain it properly. Anyway, I'm sure you guys understand it. You guys are hardcore freaking fans. Sometimes you even correct me, and I might not be the biggest fan, but I am a pretty big fan. I've been watching it for quite a long time, since the age of 6 anyway, and I'm 15 now. I still watch it. Well, I'm nearly 15. Anyway, uh, Obito, well, Naruto faces off against the Madara, and in the end he fails, and the 5 Kage are summoned. Even the third Hokage is there, so there are 6 Kage, and the Jiraiya is there as well. So Jiraiya is a pretty much Kage level fighter. He can actually put. I'm pretty sure Jiraiya is stronger than all the Kage there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Maybe except for the Tsuchikage, and maybe he would be able to beat the Raikage with extremely high difficulty. But if you extremely high difficulty, I said, maybe even lose, but a 10 out of 10 difficulty in beating him because of Jiraiya's just hacks. And the Tsuchikage, I don't think you can beat him because the Tsuchikage has all those hacks, and especially the particle style, which literally atomize you. So yeah, it ain't gonna be an easy fight against him. But of course, the third Hokage, even being that old, he's still the strongest out of all of them. Maybe Tsuchikage might put up a good fight, but he would still lose because of the because of him being bare old. Even the Hokage is bare old, but still, he has all 5 chakra natures. He knows all the ninjutsus known to the leaf, to the leaf, except for the clan exclusive ones, like maybe the shadow possession jutsu. He even knows the freaking Izumaki sealing techniques, so he could just one shot any of them, even all of them if he had to, because he can take multiple people's souls. Anyway, let's not get into a little fight against the Kages anyway. So Madara actually doesn't slap them as hard, but if he was trying, he would Jesus, don't want to get into that. The Madara is freaking overpowered. She's like the Beerus of the Narutoverse. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you all know who Beerus is. Like, if you don't know, bro, I don't understand. Anyway, Naruto is now fighting against Obito, who was actually tryharding, and the reanimation jutsu got stopped, and Sasuke actually not reanimated, rebirthed is a better way to put it. Rebirthed Orochimaru, which sounds weird, but yeah, Orochimaru does take him to the leaf to meet the Kage, and yeah, that happens. While that was happening, Madara finishes off the Kage, and Nagato and Itachi are actually heading to the battlefield. Team Heavy, without Karin, and Sakura is there now, even though Karin died, and they're heading to the Leaf Village. And yeah, so now Naruto is fighting the Ten Tails, because Obito had enough. Is that I can still revive the 10 Tails without the 9 Tails or the other 2 1 Tails or 8 Tails. It's fine. He might not be as strong, but I just have to now. There's no more time. And he does it, and Madara appears at the same time. So they're both controlling it, and Naruto is having a hard time against it. Because even Naruto with Flying Raijin, he really stands no chance against the Ten Tails. And afterwards, after a few minutes of fighting, everyone appears, even Sasuke. I mean, not Sasuke, even Itachi and Tsuki, and they both go perfect Susanoo, and they both combine. Itachi was there trying to seal away the Ten Tails, but the Ten Tails were so strong that Itachi wasn't even able to seal away a percentage of its chakra. It was like 0.0000. Yeah, it was so high that Itachi did not have enough chakra. Nothing near enough chakra. Well, Jesus, that was not English. Itachi just couldn't seal him away, even with the Totsuka blade. Like, the Ten Tails is so strong. And of course, Naruto and Tsuki combined their Susanoo and Kurama avatar, and they try fighting the Ten Tails. It kind of worked. They did some scratches, but nothing happened. And then Naruto was fully out of chakra then, so Tsuki started healing him, and the tail beast bomb from the Ten Tails, and yeah, so Shikamaru comes up with the plan. No, it doesn't work, but then Gaara and Killer Bee, since they were both using tail beast bombs to change the trajectory of the tail beast, Ten Toes tail beast bomb. It didn't work, and they were both trying to stop it with their own lives. But then, while that was happening, Sasuke had his little history lesson, and now the fourth Hokage appeared, and Naruto's like, took you long enough, and Minato asked, so, you know, the same question that he asked to Sakura, and Naruto says, yes, and Sakura punches him, but this time Tsuki just blushes, and yeah, so Minato goes KCM, and Naruto's like, of course, and yeah, Minato is pretty overpowered here, and well, as he was in the original, I mean, Edo Tensei Minato, of course, and inside Naruto's like, he isn't my father the coolest, and Kurama's that, I know that better than you. He was the one to split me in half and seal me away. And yeah, so the real fight begins now against the Ten Tails and, you know, everyone. And of course, Sasuke and Sakura appear, and Team 7's reunited. Of course, Team 8, they're kind of competing against Team 7 now, since they're all really strong, even though Team 7, compared to all the other teams, Jesus, no one near strong enough. The other teams even put together. Maybe Tsuki could put up a real good fight. Maybe she could beat both Sasuke and Sakura even together. But no one near Naruto's strength. Naruto could literally body all of them, or solo them. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end it off. You know how there were only 3 Hokage reanimated. So the third Hokage was actually healed up first by Orochimaru. Orochimaru actually made Sakura learn healing techniques over these years, so she can heal as well. Yeah, so Karin wasn't really there. It's a pretty big downside to it, but Sakura is actually pretty good at healing as well. And the third Hokage really didn't suffer too many injuries because he was protected a bit more than the others, since he was a bit older, and he didn't take too many hits, that's for sure. Maybe the last one kind of destroyed him, but still, he was able to get up and go to the battlefield, saying thank you to Orochimaru and saying that he should heal everyone else, and Orochimaru's like, of course I will. And yeah, he comes to the battlefield as fast as possible, and they do the full Crimson Formation thing, and yeah, that's where I'm going to end it off. I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. Subscribe to Ratreet and Miniman123, and also follow Shokiro, my artist, well, the artist that made my profile picture, one of my closest friends, IRL. Go follow me on Instagram, links in the description below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you guys want to, and join my Discord server, all links in the description below. Also, like, share and subscribe, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. It's the afternoon for me now. Yeah, the recording were 2 separate recordings, so yeah, I kind of took a break midway. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe, and my Weeb Nightlings, you are dismissed for today, and peace.